Hello, seekers. It's Brooke from BrookeReadsTarot.com, located in beautiful Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. This is your tarot outlook for the week beginning Sunday, November 6th, 2022. As usual, there's always the possibility of profanity when I open my mouth, so my content is not intended for young audiences. And before I shuffle up, I will kindly ask you to like, share, and subscribe on whatever platform you are joining me from. And if you enjoy our time together, please visit BrookeReadsTarot.com to book a session of your own. And as you sit with me, take a little time for yourself as I ask the cards what we need to know for the week upcoming. If you find nothing in this session seems to apply to you, know that the tarot considers no news to be good news, so keep listening to your intuition. But I do hope that you'll stay with me for the rest of the session and see if there is a relevant tidbit for someone that you love. So get yourself settled and say hello to my guide and doorkeeper, Fergus. I'm going to take a few breaths and open the channel. Mother Goddess, Father God, guides, guardians, ancestors, please be with me now as I have need of your knowledge of all things past, present, and future on behalf of those experiencing this transmission in a timely fashion. Please grant that I am the perfect channel. Please grant that I am the perfect receiver. Please grant that I am the perfect interpreter of your wisdom as it comes through the cards. Fergus, please open the door to any and all benevolent, loving beings and our own dearly departed who would like to contribute truthful, accurate, relevant information to this session. And lastly, please bring me to the level you need me to be so that I may serve both the living and the dead. And so it is. I am going to shuffle and cut 3 times. This is shuffle and cut number 1. And I will pull 5 cards that show us what energies are influencing the week upcoming. This is shuffle and cut number 2. And then I will pull 5 more that show us what is coming up for the week beginning November 6th, 2022. This is shuffle and cut number 3. All right, our first 5 cards that we are pulling that are influencing the week upcoming. We've got the Fool, the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 9 of Swords. And I am just going to pull our additional 5 for the future week upcoming and set them over here. All right, my dears, let's start with the conflict first. When the 9 of Swords comes up, this is a card that literally shows us that there are worries, challenges, grief, difficulties that are keeping us awake at night. Spirit is acknowledging your struggles, okay? We see that you're losing sleep over some things here. Chances are this is an ongoing issue, okay? When there are things that are being handled, the 9 of Swords does not usually show itself. It shows us a feeling of stuckness. It shows us a feeling of being unable to cope and unable to move forward and unable to seek a direction to remedy the things that are challenging us at the moment. So we acknowledge that your stress levels may be a little high right now. And remember, these are things that are influencing the week that is coming. These are things that are currently unfolding or that have already come to pass that are still exerting their influence. Okay, I'm going to come over here to the 5 of Swords. When the 5 of Swords comes up, this card reads one of 2 ways, depending on which end of this conflict, which end of this situation that you are on. This can indicate that you have the ability or have overcome a rival, a challenge, a person or situation that tried to defeat you, tried to take what did not belong to them, tried to take something that belonged to you. Or this can indicate that you are coping with or have been on the receiving end of a royal screwing. The parties involved, the situation at hand, this was a winner take all. This was a situation where someone tried to put you between a rock and a hard place and run you out of options. What is this, seeker? It is imperative that you identify the situation and which end of it you were on. If you are on the end of the screwing, know that you have options available to you. And if you were the one handing the defeat to those who challenged you, get this handled, get this finished. Great. But don't stay there. This is a situation that you need to move on from, even though you are going to keep your wits about you to make sure that it does not happen again. But I do want to come over here this and speak about this in conjunction with the Nine of Swords. Are you worried that you didn't handle this correctly? That's a question that you need to answer for yourself. You need to be real about this situation, who is involved, what the motivations are, and are you handling this in a way that is not going to leave future regrets for you? Again, this is something that has taken place or is currently unfolding. All right, pay attention. Now, we're going to come over here with better cards, my dear. Better cards, my dear. Just watch for this conflict, okay? Anyway, the Fool is the card that says, tomorrow is literally another day. Tomorrow is a day where we have full opportunity to make different choices, allow ourselves to think different thoughts, and to let the sun shine on our options. The Fool is all about the leap of faith that it takes to make a fresh start, to bring your face back up to the horizon and realize that you do have direction, you do have options, and you do have opportunity. Now, what I love about the Fool, and darling, this never speaks of a fool in a negative sense, okay? The Fool is about beginnings. He is as prepared as he can make himself. He's got all of the things that he thinks that he needs in his little satchel here, and he has the faith and the courage to realize that what he has not been able to prepare himself for, it will be provided for him, revealed to him along the way. So whatever conflict we're facing here, whatever options we are facing here, tomorrow is another day to make a fresh start and to look at it differently. And perhaps the Fool represents the opportunities available to you to make your way away from the difficult situation, as evidenced here by the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords, having it keep you awake at night. The Four of Pentacles. Well, you know what? I'm gonna hang on to that one for a moment. Let's follow up the Fool with the Sun. And I do believe that we pulled this card in a very recent reading. The sun is exactly what it sounds like. Let the light shine in. And maybe that's prescient given that here in the Northern Hemisphere we are headed into the dark months. However, the sun is about good times with those who love you for the love of you. It is sharing our happiness. It is embracing growth. It is cutting loose and having some fun. So the sun makes me wonder and makes me want you to ask yourself, are we allowing space for our opportunities? Are we allowing space for hope to grow, for faith to grow, for courage to grow? Because the light of the sun dispels the fears that keep those things out of your awareness, okay? And let's come in here. The last card that I have that will be influencing the week upcoming is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles bodes well for your house of the financial and the material. The money under the feet for this figure shows that we are building a nest egg. a nest egg that works for us and increases itself while we are sleeping. Think of this as the financial building blocks on which you will continue to build the rest of your financial house. Pentacles are the house of the material. It is the job. It is the real estate. It is the money. It is the material stuff. How are you supporting what you want to grow more of in terms of your financial and material stability? Okay. Money in the hand means that the potential is there for the weekly wages, the salary. It's an even in, even out. We have spending money. The budget is being met. The bills are being paid. That flow continues. Okay. The money in, the money out, it continues in an even balanced fashion. And the money over the head shows us that that flow of abundance, that flow of prosperity continues. So if you have begun making smarter financial choices for yourself, the Four of Pentacles shows that you are doing good work and it is encouraging more of it. Now let's move on here to the week upcoming. Remember those cards that we just turned? They are present or past influences that will have an effect on what's upcoming. Okay. Okay. We've got some some emotional stuff to deal with here. Now, I'm going to come over here first to the Judgment card. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that we pulled this card last week, and the question that it asked was, are we being judged fairly or inappropriately for a situation that we responded to with disappointment and heartbreak? Okay, we covered that, but also too, the Judgment card reminds us that the help is there if we send out the word. There are people who are emotionally invested in your goodness and your health and your advancement, who are willing to put their shoulder to the grindstone and help you get where you need to go and to help you get your stuff accomplished. Are you asking for the help that you require? Given that we pulled this card last week, this is an ongoing thing. Okay, this is an ongoing thing. But I think it is more likely, given the cups that we have pulled for this week, that this card may hinge more on someone else's judgment of you or the judgment that you passed on someone else over a situation where you or they reacted in a way that included heartbreak and disappointment, because I think last week that was illustrated by the Three of Swords. All right, so we're going to run with that, and I will remind you that judgment, when it is not coupled with the Justice card, is a matter of opinion. It is a matter of personal opinion, whether it was correct or it was incorrect. All right, so this is a subjective matter. And these cups that we're pulling right now shows me that you've got some road to travel in order to arrive at a place where you have decided in a manner that is best for you how you want to feel about this thing. Okay. When I pull consecutive court cards, in this case, the Knave of Cups and the Knight of Cups, this always shows me that there is a journey of maturity in conjunction with the house that is represented here. And in this case, cups are a house of relationships and the realm of the emotional. Knaves show us that there is a distinct beginning to this journey. Knaves are immature, untested energies in the tarot. This is a level of immaturity, not always in a negative aspect, but the beginning of a journey that we are about, should we have the courage to embark upon, okay? And your progress here is guaranteed as we follow it up with the Knight of Cups. Knights are very much what they sound like. They are forward moving, sometimes relatively aggressive energy. This is the go-go juice in this journey of maturity, this journey of overcoming, or how do we say, learning how to harness your emotions so that they serve you in a more mature, more productive way. They are not our standard operating system. Remember, our emotions are purely how we have decided to feel about the thoughts we are thinking. And that implies that there is choice there. And if there is choice, then you can change it for your betterment. Knights are prepared, they are disciplined, they are trained, and they are as ready as they can make themselves for this journey. And like the Fool that we just had a little visit with, let's bring him back in here, okay? They have the faith that they are as prepared as they could have made themselves, and that what they do not know and what they do not have, what they have not discovered, will be revealed for them, provided for them along the way. But they have to get on the road. Knights don't get to come back to the king and the queen without the dragon's head. This is a journey that you must get on, even if your headlights only show you a few feet in front of you and what you may feel is utter darkness right now. Just get on the road in a direction that feels like more of what you would truly like to have. As far as your emotional house goes, is this inner peace? Is this quality relationships? Okay? People that love you for the love of you without this judgment that you may be laboring under, okay? Is it you that needs to let go of your judgment? That will also be a journey of maturity in your house of emotions and relationships. I have no right to tell you which end of this you are on, but the work to be put in, all right? The road to walk, it is here. It is absolutely here. And the Eight of Cups suggests to me that you must make quiet time for yourself in order to figure out, get an inkling, allow your intuition to show you where this journey begins and where you are to begin. The Eight of Cups is always about the solitary journey, feeling like we're starting in the middle of the night with no direction, but we've got to go. You have to put on your cloak and put on your boots and go, because we are seeking for this missing piece, what feels like this missing piece of our emotional house. We are searching for that completion within ourselves, that emotional wholeness, and perhaps that emotional healing, okay? So get a move on, sweetie. Don't panic about it, but you have to start somewhere, because you don't deserve to feel this way anymore, regardless of which end of the situation that you're on. And chances are the people who love you and who surround you want this more for you than you want it for yourself. Okay? You deserve to not have to stay here. And frankly, if you want to preserve the good relationships that you enjoy, you owe it to yourself and those who love and support you to strive for this emotional betterment. No blame, no shame. We all start exactly where we are. Okay, for better or for worse, we all start exactly where we are. So you can acknowledge your unfortunate behavior in this instance. If that's, if that's the end that you're on, acknowledge the unfortunate behavior of the person who maybe led you to this situation and leave it there. Okay, understand what you can understand. Blaming, shaming is not going to get you any further down the road. You've got to decide how much of this shit you are really willing to let go. Okay, now the Ace of Wands. Wands are our house of doing. They are the actionable things in our lives, and aces are about victory and completion in this sphere. So this card says to us, you can think about it, you can feel about it, but ultimately, if you want to finish this, if you want this victory, this sense of completion, you have to do. You must expend the energy. You must start moving your feet in the direction that you need to go. Okay? So, this also says to me, you are probably more prepared to take this leap of faith and to get this energy rolling than you think you are. Okay? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, my loves. And that seems to be all for now, and I give my thanks to all who lovingly sat with me today. May we have the good sense to pay attention to what we have been shown and to remember that we are loved and supported. Fergus, please close the door until next time. And once again, seekers, please like, share, and subscribe, and visit BrookeReadsTarot.com to book a session of your own. Make it a good week, and remember, if you believe you can, or if you believe you cannot, you will always be correct. Till next time.